Frustrated with this gender stuff, mostly because it feels like I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. Like I am the what I feel to be the factually motivated group, which is like this tiny sliver of people in the middle of these two huge groups of religious, dogmatic cults. Both sides are virtue signaling to a disgusting degree, but let's get into detail. On the left, you have people who genuinely believe in this nonsense where it's like there's a gendered soul, and it is religious because there's no science backing this stuff up, right? But then on the other side, you've got people who do have some semblance of truth to their argument, right? But you can't take any of it seriously because all the facts that they're invoking, they're not invoking them simply because they're facts and they are driven by the truth, but rather because the facts support their already long held religious beliefs. And while we can agree on what the problem is, me and the right, we have absolutely no consensus on what needs to be done in order to remedy the situation. The only thing we have in common is both of us not wanting kids to have access to hormones and puberty blockers, and that all of this is nonsense. We don't agree on anything else. But yet I am being likened to them by the left simply because I won't believe in what the left has to say. And there's always this triangulation on both sides. The left calls me anti-trans, which also somehow makes me anti-black and anti-woman. Crazy, right? And they have all of these weird things to say, like, if you don't support my side, this is not literally the words they say, but they may as well be saying it. If you don't support my side, get ready for what the right is gonna do to you. Basically, like, if you don't support us, we're gonna leave you at the mercy to whatever it is the right wants to do to you. And the right, they just don't give a fuck. I mean, if you're like, they give a fuck in so far as if you are willing to come to their side and be their little coon puppet, then they'll forgive the fact that you're black or a woman or gay. But if you're just gay, just black, just a woman and not on their side, that must mean that you're left. That must mean that you're far left automatically. And this is not even me. I haven't even touched the money yet. Do you understand? And when I tell you that, like, the money is such a huge part of why this stuff has become mainstream so quickly, this was not a grassroots movement in the slightest. Republicans want to get rid of these trans ideologically supporting systems without addressing the money behind it and the systems that allowed this to even, because they bought their way into the medical system. How are we going to make sure that no one can buy their way into the medical system again? And on the left, they actually believe that this is a grassroots movement and they will not even acknowledge the money, the literal billions that have been poured into the campaign. They won't even acknowledge it. It doesn't even exist to them. As far as they're concerned, this is just the next legitimate social movement. At the heart of the issue is a medical scandal that is hurting a lot of people. And everyone on both sides, I feel like they don't fucking give a shit. I feel like they really fucking don't give a shit. And I feel like all they really care about is getting more people on their side. It's tribalistic garbage. Because if they gave a shit, the people on the left, they would be doing the research on this stuff that they needed to do. They wouldn't just be talking to trans people. They would be talking to everyone surrounding the issue. They would be talking to trans wives. They would be talking to detransitioners. They would be talking to people who have been affected by AGP men who espouse a trans identity. And on the other side, if they gave a shit, they wouldn't be invoking their religion so much. They would be focusing on the facts, and they don't do that.